Sometimes you need to splice coax cable. A section may have been damaged, or you don't have one piece that's long enough. Now, if you search the internet for how to do that, it's always the same answer. Install a PL259 plug on each end and connect them together with a barrel connector. Well, that certainly works, but try asking, can you just splice coax without connectors? No, don't ever do that. You'll have a huge impedance mismatch. Noise will get in. Your SWR will soar. Your coax will radiate. Your car won't start. My favorite is a splice will radiate. Really? How is a 1-inch splice going to radiate in the HF bands? Tell you what, make yourself a 1-inch antenna for 20 meters. Let me know how that works out for you. Why not just splice coax without connectors in the HF bands? Why would it make any difference? Well, I don't want to rely on my own common sense, so I reached out to a ham who is recognized as one of the foremost antenna authorities of our times, Tom Roush, W8JI. Now, here is exactly what he said. I splice cables all the time on HF. If they're spliced correctly, it makes no difference at all on HF. People are weird. They don't know how coaxial cables work, and they make up all sorts of crap. That is exactly what I expected. So, how do we properly splice coax? Well, here's how Tom describes it. All right, here's a couple pieces of RG8 that we're going to splice. So you strip the dielectric off the center conductors. You lay them like this, side by side. You wrap it with fine copper wire and solder it. Okay, next, you take a piece of dielectric from the coax, you put a slice in it, slice it down the middle, and then you can put it right over that splice that you just made, like that, and then you wrap it with Teflon tape. All right, after that, you're then going to fold the shields back. You're going to fold the shields back over toward each other and solder them together using copper foil. Now, what about weatherproofing? Tom says shoe goo from Walmart or Amazon left to dry makes a good sealer. Then spray it with Plastidip after the shoe goo has set up in a few hours. Tom sent me a couple of pictures. Here's an SO239 and a cable hanging down from a dipole with a PL259 attached and covered in shoe goo and Plastidip. No way that splicing coax is going to work any worse than a couple of PL259s and a barrel connector in the HF bands. A PL259 is not even really 50 ohms. Its impedance is inconsistent. But in the HF bands, again, doesn't really matter. That's why you have an antenna tuner. Use it. Don't worry about it. Consider subscribing to this channel and 73.